Well, good morning, everybody. It's me, Tinsley Bradford from AndYouWannaSeeMyFeet.com, Single and Dating. My relationship insight dating blog offers insight on today's hottest topics that have to do with love, sex, relationships, marriage, men, women, dating, divorce. I talk about things that I feel are interesting topics that a lot of people go through every single day in the world of dating. So it's exciting for me to share today's topic. Today's topic is when you're dealing with being rejected. How in a relationship do you handle rejection? Now, I know that this is a broad topic because there's so many different levels of rejection and so many reasons why people get rejected in relationships where the other person who you may be dating has determined for whatever reason they're no longer interested in dating you and they don't want to pursue a future with you. How do you stay positive through that? How do you look at that as a positive thing? A lot of times it's hard because you first of all start to look at all the negative things about yourself and you try to figure out if it was that. You try to find out exactly what you think it was. And many times we know what it is. So that makes it even worse because you're having to deal with the brunt of the frustration of this thing that's causing me to be rejected. How can you stay positive through that? It can be quite challenging. So I wanted to put together some helpful insight that I think would be something that would help you. Number one, when you've been rejected for whatever reason, just think of your past, think of where you are in life, think of all the positive times you weren't rejected, and realize this person may just not be interested in you or may not be able to handle whatever the situation is that you may have brought to their attention. So don't look at it as a negative. Look at it as an opportunity to not be stuck with someone who doesn't really want to be there. A lot of times people stay in relationships with people that they're really not feeling for whatever reason because they feel that they can adjust to certain things. And to me, that's good to try to adjust. But if you know in your heart that you're not going to be able to adjust to certain things about a person, it's best to be honest up front and just let them know, I can't do it. And be friendly and cordial about it. I'm sure there's times you had to reject people. So how did you do that? How did you handle that situation when you were rejecting someone or telling them you no longer were interested? Number two, don't allow whatever your situation may be to be who you are. Don't let it determine your value because there's so many people in the world who will be willing to embrace and understand whatever it is you may be dealing with that they can't deal with or whatever it is that has caused you to become rejected, for whatever reason. So stay positive and focus on what you can do to make life better for yourself and not focus on any flaws you have. People have them, Some people get rejected because they don't have the right shape that someone's interested in, or they don't have the right hairstyle, or they don't have the right status quo that some people are interested in. There's so many different reasons why people are rejected. So I would not sit here and say that the reason why you were rejected makes you some loser or a failure. I just feel like it was just not a good fit for you. That person wasn't interested, you wasn't interested, and you guys just decided to move on for whatever reason. I could also suggest that you continue to date. Do not let one rejection stop you from wanting to continue to date. Too many times people get rejected and they go, I'm just not lovable, or I'm not likable, or no one seems to want to be with me, and they give up on the world of dating. And the very next person that you meet or run into might be that very person that's interested in you, flaws and all. And I have to say that broadly because a lot of times people don't look at flaws as just necessarily exterior issues. Flaws could be all kind of issues. You may be going through some type of emotional distress in your life. You may be dealing with things in your life that causes you to be different than others. Whatever it may be, your flaws, whether they're internal or external or things that you've experienced in the past, that's who you are. And unfortunately, everyone's not going to understand that. But you have to know inside your heart that some people can't handle it, and you should not force anyone to handle something or try to deal with something that they're simply not comfortable with. But just know that everybody has someone in this world that God has intended for them to be with. Now, if you find that person in this lifetime, that's another story. But don't let it get you down, in other words. Just continue to be positive and realize, don't force it. If it don't fit, don't force it. Another thing that you can continue trying to do to yourself is write things down about yourself. Write some things down, because sometimes when people reject you, it could be personality things that you're doing, things that is going on with you that turns them off, that you don't realize is turning them off. And it could be a really, really huge issue that's reflecting negatively on you that you're just not certain of, especially in the world of dating. If there's a trend of people just deciding they don't want to be with you for whatever reason, or they're rejecting you, or you've turned people off, it may be time for a little self-evaluation, because it's not always someone else's fault. A lot of times we like to say, oh, don't worry about it because he don't want to be with me and he missed a good thing. Well, sometimes it may be he don't want to be with you because you're not a good thing and you're treating people badly and you have a horrible attitude, and he's noticed that. Or he's noticed some qualities about you that he's just simply not attracted to. So you have to respect that and make sure you do a self-evaluation on yourself. Also, dealing with rejection is something that's going to happen not only in relationships, but in the world, period. You could be rejected for a job position you put in for. You could be rejected for a promotion. You could be rejected for a part you put in for in a play. You wanted to audition and you didn't get the part. There's so many things that you could be rejected for, and don't let it get you down, because that simply means that particular thing just was not meant for you. We have to be patient with ourselves and know that if whatever it is that's meant for us is being turned away for whatever reason, we can't keep trying to force it and trying to fix it and trying to make it fit what we want it to fit. We have to embrace the rejection for whatever reason and take it for what it's worth. Now, there's times that you may be rejected and then someone may come around and change their mind. So there's always hope. So I hope that this relationship insight today has given you a little bit of insight to the point where it's more positive feeling about what you're doing or what to do when you get rejected or when you feel rejected in a relationship. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Life goes on. You keep being your fabulous, wonderful self, and you have an awesome day. All right? Love you. Make sure you visit AngieWannaSeeMyFeet.com and also Tinsley-B.com for more relationship insight. And I'll also have a blog posted about this very topic coming soon. Enjoy your day and bye-bye.